Welcome to the asynchronous version of Coffee with Leadership from May 4th, 2021 at ECMS Gardena. If you are not able to make it to our family, this is the English version of the presentation. I am Dave Trejo, the principal of ECMS Gardena. This is the rest of our leadership team that has been working really hard to make the return to campus as smooth and safe as possible. I'm going to go over the introductions, which we just did, and then we'll go over some updates to return to campus. We'll show you a calendar, and then we'll talk about a feedback survey that we hope you can take and click on in our return to campus website. And with that, you can give us questions and comment as well. So let's talk about our mantra. We want to make sure that as we present plans and adjustments, that everything aligns with our mantra. So everything we do should, let's try that again. We want to make sure everything we do is safe, caring, flexible, and sustainable. There's nothing more important than safety. We want to make sure that you and the students and the teachers know that we care about them. We want to be flexible because this is the first time that we are doing this type of return to campus. And we want to make sure it's sustainable for folks. We want to make sure our teachers come back, our students come back, and that folks are happy. So in alignment with our mantra are our priorities for the spring: safety, student needs, stakeholder engagement, and the foundation for the fall of 2021. Like we said in our mantra, safety matters. We want to reduce exposure. We want to make sure we are keeping our families, our students, and our community safe. We want to make sure that we're meeting the needs of our students, including our Tier 3 intervention groups for social emotional support, academic counseling, whatever it may be. And we know that students need to see other students their age, which is why we are focusing on campus visits beginning in May. Stakeholder engagement is this: you are here watching this presentation recorded. Even if you weren't able to make it live, we're making sure that our town hall meetings are available asynchronously. And we're going to give some surveys and feedback, and we want to make sure we hear from you. And we'll talk about focus groups and working groups closer to summertime so that we can make the fall as great as possible. And the fall matters to us. We want to make sure that we are learning from what we're doing now to make sure that when we come back in the fall, we have as strong a program as possible, whatever type of model of instruction we are doing. So the last time we had a meeting, or if you came to it independently, we were here in April, and we were having regular, very small groups, but on any given day, we probably didn't have any more than 8 to 10 students. Now that we are in May, we have more regular groups of students coming in. This week we have 32 students coming in 3 days on 3 different days this week. We have 32 eighth graders that came in on Monday of this week. We had 32 sixth graders that came today, the night that I'm recording this presentation. And Wednesday of this week, we will have 32 seventh graders. Next week, we'll add some more students. And then based on how it goes throughout the month of May, we'll make adjustments for June and decide how many students are coming in then based on your feedback and how safe people feel. And then we'll make plans for the fall and ensure that we're bringing as many students as we can safely in the fall for a high quality educational program. So, like I said, this week, Monday, we had 8th grade students and we had 4 groups of students for 2 hours. We had one small group stay on campus for an extra hour of support, and that small group was the group that was already getting support through previous settings. It's some of our students that require extra additional support. They're getting it during that hour, and it's those students that have been here in the past that you saw on the previous slide in the April visits. Tuesday, we had a sixth grade campus visit. Again, 4 groups of students, and again, 1 small group. And the same thing for the 7th grade. So about 32 students per day. On Thursday, we're going to go through some feedback from live classes and the virtual team building, and we're going to send out surveys to those of you that had students on campus. And then on Friday, we're going to go ahead and reflect and make some adjustments for next week. We're going to make adjustments consistently to ensure we're making this program better. I can tell you from Monday to Tuesday, we made adjustments, and from Tuesday to Wednesday, we made adjustments. Next week, we are going to have more students on campus. Not only are we going to have 4 groups of students from 9 to 11, and we hope it's the same group of students, we're going to have another round in the afternoon from 1 to 3, another opportunity for a new set of students to come in. We're still going to have that one group of support here from 11 to 12, and then we are hoping for 2 groups per grade level to come in and partner up with our dean, our counselor, and our Woodcraft Ranger after school program staff, who's going to support the students that have low engagement and or low attendance. These are the students we are the most worried about, the students that have the lowest attendance in their grade level, their class, and the lowest levels of participation. We are looking to bring them on campus 4 days a week to support them as they become better virtual learners, to check in on them and see how they're doing, because we're worried about them. Um, we want to provide mental health support, some counseling, some team building, some self-esteem building, and help them finish the year strong. What you'll see on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week is that we're doing 6th grade testing. So we're not doing community building campus visits for 6th grade because we have to focus on state testing. Most students will take the test virtually. Some small groups will be on campus to test. We know that some students require extra support or a quiet environment. And we're going to reach out to families and students and see how we can identify those students that would benefit from a small group environment. And again, the 2 groups that we're getting support up here will continue here on Tuesday and Wednesday. And they're also going to continue on Thursday. You'll see that. On Thursday, when we're done with 6th grade testing, 7th grade will be on campus, and similar to what you saw in the 8th grade visit, 4 groups in the morning, 4 groups in the afternoon, 1 small group for extra support, and there's the low engagement, low attendance group we're going to support. Friday, we will reflect and refine. Friday remains live advisory and asynchronous the rest of the day. If you are wondering whether or not your child has been identified for that low engagement, low attendance group, we will be contacting families beginning on Wednesday to ensure that we are getting support for your child as quickly as possible. Students that are not on campus visit days will have online learning with an alternate schedule, and that is available on our distance learning website. Just a reminder that these are our goals for, or the themes and the clarifications for the May campus visits. They are optional. You are not required, but it's encouraged. It's focused on relationship building, on supporting mental health of young people, on intentional community building. We want some hands-on learning, and we want to provide testing support for some students. What it is not is it's not mandatory for everyone. You won't be in trouble for not sending your child. We are not trying to bring students just to be silent on a computer. We are not doing virtual instruction in person. And we are not having our teachers talk to students in person and online simultaneously. And it's not testing in person for every single student. We have a return to campus website that we hope you pay attention to. It's linked, it was linked in a message sent out to you, but on this website, you're gonna see so many different things. You're gonna see the most recent family town hall slides, Coffee with Leadership, including this presentation. You'll see a recorded version of it here. in English, and you'll see a recorded version of it in Spanish, and we'll always have the most up-to-date videos there. If you have already answered and submitted your return to campus survey and you said you want your child to come to school as quickly as possible, or you don't want your child to come to school and you want to change your mind, what you're going to want to do is come to the Return to Campus website and fill out the survey again. If you are showing this website to anyone that needs it translated, you please use Google Chrome, either on a computer, a laptop, or even on a cell phone. I did this from an iPhone, and you can translate the entire web page to Spanish if you are on Google Chrome. You're also going to find the expected dates for on-campus learning for grade 6, grade 7, and grade 8. This website is super, super helpful. Please go there for answers and let us know if there's something you'd like added to the website. That same website has a different schedule for campus visits for students. You'll be able to see if your child is in grade 6 and they're doing in-person learning, you'll see that they'll pay attention to this schedule here. If they're in grade 6 but they're not doing in-person learning, but it's a campus visit day, then you're going to see their alternate virtual learning schedule. Same thing for 7th grade, in-person learning, and 7th grade virtual learning, and 8th grade in-person, 8th grade virtual. The reason that we have an alternate schedule is because the students, teachers are on campus doing in-person learning in the morning, which means they're not always readily available for the teachers, for the students doing virtual learning at the same time. All students on campus visit days will have asynchronous independent work that they're expected to turn in that day. So this is a good page to screenshot, or if you're just on the campus visit website, you can see it. These are the currently planned campus visit schedule for grade 6, grade 7, and grade 8. One thing that you will see is that it's one time a week, and we alternate testing weeks. Next week is testing on Tuesday and Wednesday for grade 6 and 7. The week after that, on Tuesday and Wednesday, is testing support for 7th graders, and the week after that is testing support for 8th graders. We do that so we can make sure that we can provide as much support as possible. Most students are testing virtually. Those that are testing in person will reach out and get your child on campus if they would do better in person. If you're bringing your child on campus, starting next week, we will have a new program that is named RUVNA. With the RUVNA program, you will receive a text message alert the morning that your child is coming to campus. All you'll have to do is click on the link, complete a screening, and then you'll get a QR code to send to your child. And your child will bring their phone with the picture of the QR code or the text message. We'll scan it, and they'll be good to go. The screening will go so much faster. This week, we're doing the individual screenings and health questions one by one by one by one. It's taking a lot longer. This technology will help us speed things up. If your child does not have a cell phone or electronic device, no worries. They can either print it or just bring their name, and we'll look them up in our system. So these are the simple messages. You receive the text message. It's going to come from a number 36598. You'll get a secure single-use link. No sign-ins, downloads, apps, nothing whatsoever. It's super easy to use. Answer the questions. It's going to ask you about your child's symptoms, any recent travel. If you travel out of the state of California, you must do a 10-day quarantine, and your child will not be able to come on campus for 10 days after their return. We'll ask you questions about potential COVID exposure, and then you'll submit it, and the app will let you know whether or not your child has been approved to come on campus. And again, they'll need that QR code. Frequently asked questions related to this RUVNA um, app, and a lot of other districts in this area are using it, and they have said very wonderful, easy to use things about it. You don't have to sign up or register for it. We will sign you up automatically when your child is scheduled to come on campus. You will only get messages on those days. Anyone that is listed as a primary parent will get a text message, so both parents or multiple parents can get messages. If you cannot use the Ruvna app for any reason or you forget to use it, we can still do screenings in person. The data is private. We are not going to be sharing this with anyone, and the only people that have access are our trained screeners. If you have multiple children in school, you're going to receive one link, and that one link will give you multiple screenings if they're coming on the same day. Any questions, any concerns, please reach out to our office. Again, we have lots of communication going out. We have our Eagle Bulletin. We have talking points. If you are using the Talking Points app, please make sure you have the latest version. Notifications are on. You're logged in. Please, please, please keep monitoring it. We want to make sure that, like any good relationship, communication is not just one way. Communication is going both ways, and we're supporting each other. Make sure your child brings a bottle of water every day. They bring their Chromebook fully charged, and they bring a mask, please. And please pay attention to the Eagle Bulletin coming out every Sunday. Based on our last survey of families, we found a few things that families appreciate and a few wishes they had. Um, Overwhelmingly, families appreciated our focus on safety, our focus on going slowly. They appreciate the multiple modes of communication. They appreciate that virtual remains an option. And they appreciate that we offer COVID testing, but in particular, they appreciate that it is optional, not required. Some of the wishes that folks identified is they said if they have multiple students, siblings, that this is difficult and they need support. It's really hard to send a sixth grader on campus when a seventh or an eighth grader is at home and they're going to leave them alone. They are asking for more after school support because 2 hours is not enough time for some families. And some families, not all, but some families want more days for students on campus immediately, and some want longer hours. But a lot of families um, appreciate us going slow, and some families want us going much faster. So we're trying to meet everyone's needs. Our next meeting will be May 18th at 10 a.m. and 4:30, and then we'll do a recorded version like this. Our website has the Return to Campus survey regarding the updates. Please, please, please answer it and give us your feedback. We are eager to hear from you, and we're trying to figure this out together. So help us figure it out. Thank you so much.